Gabriela, how are you?
Hi, how are you, Roberto? How you doing?
Gabriela, first let's talk the money. That's the mother's milk.
All right.
The filings show Mayra Linares, I believe, with about 20,000 approximately.
Yes.
And you filed with about 3,000. Talk about the disparity. How do you overcome the fundraising? Those figures.
Yes. Well, let me tell you first that I am very proud of the money that I've raised so far, because this money is coming from my community. It's coming from business people in my community, in my district. My money is not coming from developers, from landlords, or any special interest group. And I think this is something that the common voters and unions and everybody else that now is providing endorsement should look into. Where is the money coming from? And I really appreciate that you asked me that question, because people think that just the amount is what is important, and I think is where this money is coming from. Depending where your money is coming from, the same way it will depend the commitment that you have once you be elected. So I am so proud of the money that I filed. It's a money that is coming from my community, and that doesn't mean that I'm not working hard in fundraisings that is gonna be coming along the way.
Gabriela, draw a contrast between yourself and Mayra Linares. What would you tell voters? In other words, that are going to cast a vote, either for you or for her. What do they need to know about Mayra in order to vote for Gabriela?
Okay, well, I'm not going to talk about Mayra. I think this is something that she needs to do herself. I'm going to talk about me. I have a lot to talk about me. I hope that you have time enough to listen. Well, as you know, and all the voters know, I ran in 2010. Wasn't successful, but I was very proud of my race also. It was a race that was fundamentally brought out from the people and by the people and for the people, which is what an elected official should be. So this is just a continuation of what I started in 2010. As I am saying, I didn't wake up one day and realize that, gee, I should run for office. This is something that I've been working hard for the last 2 years, and just continuing what I started in 2010. Also, this candidacy, if you look at my record, I had a press conference in April 19th of 2012 announcing that I was running for the assembly. So this is something that I also announced very ahead of time of all these situations, just because this is a serious candidacy. This is not a candidacy that I am inherited. And it's not a candidacy that I think that I can, take advantage to let my name known, because I already did that in 2010. So besides all that, the seriousness of my candidacy, I've been working in the assembly for the last 12 years for Assemblyman Farrell. And this congressional race, really, I prove that I am an independent leader. Even though the people that I worked for, they were supporting Congressman Rango, I was supporting openly Senator Espaillat. And I think I sent a clear message to the voters and the community and the 72nd Assembly District that even though I've been working for Assemblyman Farrell for the last 12 years, still I am an independent leader. And I really have my community, me and my community's needs first.
Do you think that'll impact the race in any way, shape, or form? The Democratic Party, with your decision to support the insurgent, Senator Espaillat, do you think it'll impact the race as far as your opponent and possible support they can lend her?
Well, let me tell you, I have the support of my boss. I have the support of Assemblyman Farrell, which was a very instrumental piece in the congressional race. Besides that, I am so proud, and I am a firm believer that Adriano Espaillat was not a name that we supported for Congress. It was a political movement that we started, and I was so proud, and I am so proud to be part of that. This is not a person's candidacy. This is a community need. We need a representation, because this district now, the congressional district, is 55% Latino. So that's what it was all about. And I am not scared. I am so proud also to say, and I am an immigrant that came here already mature. I came when I was 27 years old. And I have to go through the whole process to become a permanent resident and then became a citizen. So once you have that experience, you really you're not scared of anything. Besides that, I will tell you that it is a possibility that my opponents might have the endorsement of other elected officials. I'm working hard to have the support of elected officials. So far, I can tell you that Senator Espaillat and Councilmember Danis Rodriguez, Assemblyman Farrell, District Leader Mark Levine, District Leader Maria Morillo, District Leader Marisol Alcantara, District Leader Judith Catapia, they are already supporting me. And I know more are coming. And I am so proud of that. And I'm ready. I mean, I think the voters are going to be the one that's going to have the decision. They're going to make the decision, and it's going to be based on the record of each one of us.
Gabriela, how do you think that the other race here, at the local race that's also happening between Senator Espaillat and Assemblyman Linares, will impact your race, if at all? And a twofold question. Are you concerned in any way, shape, or form with what happened with the Board of Elections in the last election, being that the 72nd was one of the districts that there's a lot of discrepancies and there was some issues as far as the voters and the people and the votes that were counted or not counted? Are you concerned?
Well, let me tell you, we are ready to make a request that a federal monitor is going to come to this election. We're not going to let that happen, and we are preparing ourselves to make sure that the voters express freely and clearly their decision, and that decision will be respected on September 13th.
So, and how do you feel that the race again between Espaillat and Linares will impact your race? Considering that it's neighboring, this district is included in the state senate district. How do you think that plays out?
Well, let me tell you, Senator Espaillat is going to be, with no question, the winner. He was the winner in the congressional race, believe it or not. And I think he's going to be the winner. I'm sure he's going to be the winner in this race. He's been doing a tremendous job in the Senate. Being a new elected member in the state Senate, he already is co-chairing the powerful Black and Latino Nation Caucus. So, in the Senate, and other committees that he's also a prestigious member. So with no question, I really think that I am in the right side. I don't regret to participate the way I participated openly, supporting him for the congressional race. We have a common agenda. We're going to make sure that this agenda this time takes place, and the agenda is the community first.
Thank you very much, Gabriela.
Thank you, Roberto. Thank you.